What's up? Welcome to my album review for the solo debut album of Minzy called Minzy Work 01 Uno or O1. I don't know what the point of having the number 101 and then having the Spanish word for one in the title of this album, but K-pop is just going to do whatever they do. So we're skipping the song review because my opinions and all that stuff from my first impression have not changed the more that I listen to it. So if you want to hear that, if you haven't heard it yet, then you should definitely go check that out after you finish watching this video, of course, because you clicked on this because you want to hear my album review. So I'm gonna do that, and as in every single video, I'm gonna be like totally honest with what I think about this album, you know, what I liked and what I didn't like. So if that's something you're interested in, you know, that's what you want to hear some more of. And if you're not subscribed already, and if that is something that's interesting to you, holy God, can I say it straight, please? Anyway, click on the subscribe button if you want to just stay up to date with everything that I have got to say. So let's get into it. And I just got to say that overall, before we actually get into some super crazy details, not crazy details, but before we get into any like serious detail, I thought the album just in general was pretty enjoyable. That's about really, you know, it. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's bad, but I think it's nice. It's definitely a pretty solid debut album, solo album for her. Like, I cannot, you know, ignore the fact that it's actually, you know, as far as debut albums go, I suppose, really kind of good. And that's not even, that's disregarding all of her experience, you know, as far as, you know, being a K-pop singer and being as a member of 21 in the past. This is just, as far as it being a solo debut album, I'm pretty okay with this. I think it's pretty darn good. As I said with the song Ninano or whatever, it's a relatively different sound the album has compared to like other K-pop stuff. It's something that's kind of, the sound is something that's, it's not like crazy, oh my God, this is so unique, because it's something that happened, that comes out like relatively frequently, or I should say with increasing frequency over the last, you know, I was maybe 6 months or something like that. So, you know, it's not really like that crazy out of not following the trend. I don't know how to phrase that properly, but you know, it's still a little different. So that's cool. I do appreciate that. But I mean, just overall, like I said, it's an enjoyable song. I'm enjoying the vibe. It's an enjoyable album, I should say. I'm enjoying the vibe, and you know, I like that. I like that it's a little bit, that it is a little bit different from what you would get, you know, as far as when you look at K-pop as a, you know, as the entire genre of K-pop music. This is something that stands out a little bit as something that is different. I have to say that the best song on this album also happens to be, of course, my favorite song on this album is Beautiful Lie. I feel that, like, of all the songs on this album, like, she's really, you know, in her element right here. She is in her comfort zone, I suppose. She's you know, doing what she does best, and that's, you know, showing a little bit of the vocal ability that she has got, and it's really good. It's one of my most favorite ballad songs from like any of the albums that I've recently listened to, or any of the albums this year, any of the albums in the last 6 months even, you know. So that's, I think, pretty darn good to point out into notes. And it's generally a, you know, really good song. So that's really all that I have got to say then as far as praise. And I'm not gonna rip the song, I'm not gonna rip this album for being, you know, horrible, because it's not horrible. Like I said, I enjoyed it. But the thing that I feel is dragging it down, the, you know, anchor that is holding this album back from being something that is great, is just the fact that in every song other than Beautiful Lie, Minzy is just like, she feels flat, just the way that she did in the promotion song for this, in the promotion song for the album. I kind of say, and I don't really want to say it like this, but it kind of feels that, you know, doing what she's doing in those songs, like, she doesn't have the confidence to put herself behind it so much, to, like, you know, just make it convincing, you know. You got Flowsick in Ninano, who just kills it. Jay Park in a song called Flashlight, who also kills it as well. I mean, so the two featured people on this album, I think in those songs did a much better job than she did as far as, like actually feeling and putting a little bit of energy into those songs. So, I don't know necessarily if it's because she just doesn't have the confidence, or, of course, because this is her first time like actually doing something solo. So it's a little bit different from being in a group, if that makes any sense. And I don't know, maybe new company, different producer, different, person giving her instruction, all that stuff. Maybe just all of it is just so much different than, what she's probably used to as far as, all the music and stuff that she did, under YG's guidance. So there's probably just a little bit of, an adjustment that's being made right here. And of course, the only way to actually really get over this is to just put something out and then just do it. You just got to go for it, And I can't, say that that's a bad thing, but it is definitely something that I think is a small negative in my mind, or it's a thing that's kind of holding it back from being great. Kind of like, how I said that, the debut album from Twice it had the potential to be really, really great, but could have used a little bit more work. Same thing with Preston. Maybe the same thing with Minzy as well. Maybe if she just like put in a little bit more work. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's just something that ultimately you just got to put it out there, and then just suck up. Just take whatever the criticism or whatever people say, on the chin, and just improve from there. So I mean, I don't know. I still enjoy the album though. Definitely, like I said, that doesn't take away, whatever I just said there as far as like my criticism, doesn't take away from the fact that I enjoyed the album. The music is cool. The music is nice. It's all just some like really nice stuff. But her performance and her, I guess, engagement and the energy and the passion that I was feeling out of the music from her and from her vocal performances was lacking in like every song except for Beautiful Lie. But that's perfectly fine. So we're gonna get into my rating, which of course is how I would spend my money on this album. And I gotta say that even though that like under normal circumstances maybe I would be like, I'm not really inclined to buy this album, but I'm going to buy this album purely because I've listened to this and I'm like, Minzy, your next album is gonna be so much better than this one was. I'm gonna enjoy that one so much more than I enjoyed this one already. So I'm gonna buy it to show a little bit of support for her here, right? So that just to like encourage the company that like, hey, there's people out there that like this, there's people out there that want to hear more of this. Keep going. We have faith in you. To come good, release some killer stuff, and have a really, really good solo career. Like, I think that everybody who, fans of 21 or people who've just heard her sing for the first time can probably realize that, like, hey, if you don't think that this is the best song or album that it could possibly be, then, I mean, it will probably get better. So that's, what I want to do. I want to support her solo career. I want to, give a little encouragement with my wallet, to the company to just help her grow as a solo singer. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she comes up with next. So that is my album review, how I would spend my money, how I came to that conclusion, basically. And that is that. So I want to know what you guys thought of this album and all that stuff down in the comment box below. Every video here we're trying to get a little friendly and respectful discussion going. So I've already shared my thoughts. As I said, it's time for you to share yours down in the comments below. So if that kind of community is something that you're interested in becoming a part of, then please consider hitting that subscribe button right down there, so you can become part of the community and, of course, join the discussion at some point in the future. So that's going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.